Welcome, 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 everybody. I'm yours truly, Diva Laree. I want to welcome you all to the session today. We're here with UNA University, UNA Republic. We got a very interesting session tonight. I want you all to join in. I want you to give me your input. I need you. I need you. I need you. What is the topic for tonight's session? The topic is, why you so mad? Why you so mad? You big mad. I got people coming on the site trolling me. You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad. You big mad. I want to know, why you so mad? Why are you so mad? We're going into it today. I'm yours truly, Diva Laree with the UNA University and UNA Republic. UNA. Yeah. UNA. Yeah. Halo. 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 Diva. Yeah, with UNA University and UNA Republic. Today's topic is, why you so mad? You big man. All right, going into it today. I want to welcome everybody. Let me put my spectacles on. I want to see who is in the house today. Ephraim, hello. I got the Friday night energy. Yeah, I'm going out on a date. I'm buying dinner for somebody. Who am I buying dinner for? Frederick, thank you for joining. One second. Let me see. Why your frequency, hold on, keep getting low. Okay. So yes, that's somebody's asking me to speak on why your frequency keeps getting low. Well, that goes with the topic tonight of why you so mad. Let me see if I can get my I want to see if I'm getting my comments on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. We are finally trying to get it together on YouTube now. And we got it going on TikTok. What's up, TikTok? The one you wish you knew. Frederick, let's see, Ivan, Benson, Michael, and Ephraim, my friend. All right, so let's talk about this. Why you so mad? Okay, we're getting into this. So, what I spoke about earlier is that I'm getting folks coming on my site angry because of the topics and the facts that I'm putting out. I want to go over some of those topics and I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to find out um, why you so angry. Why are people so angry? Maybe you can help me, give me some insight on some things, and then we can go into it. And I can maybe I can rephrase the information because I know this is tough information for us to take, but the facts, they are the facts. They're not pretty, okay? And sometimes people don't even want to know the facts. They just want to be a victim, all right? So I'm going to go over some topics that I've had and I'm going to talk about some things that I have seen. And thank y'all for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Sunset Beach in the house. All right, y'all invite people, like and share. The one you wish you knew. I wish I knew you. And can you please invite some people? Frederick, can you invite some people? My people in YouTube land, can you invite some people, please? I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you so much. Let's get into this now. One of the topics that I know is going to get that gets a lot of hate whenever I do it, but I have to do it for the women. When I speak about women in history, I even get women going in. Now, y'all know when I put out information, I'm going to give you some things that you can go and research for yourself. Now, I need y'all to understand something. Do not, and I mean do not, and I'm going to say do not, and do not believe a word I say. You're not helping me if you just, oh, I believe Diva. And Diva, I believe Diva. You know why you're not helping me? Because at the end of the day, when someone comes against me and they're trying to defame my character, it does not help me if you only have beliefs. All right? I don't want you to believe me. I want you to research it for yourself. I want you to research it for yourself. So when I put out the information, I say, hey, I want you to go and look up this, and this concerning women. I say, go look up Sibyls and Oracles. Go look up Parthenogenesis. Go and look up the women of the Bible. Go look up the women who were the pharaohs. Go look them up. When I'm saying for you to do that, if you go and do that, then at the end of the day, if these people are coming at me, they say, oh, Diva, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Diva crazy. I'm okay with that. And the thing is, you will help me by saying, well, she might be, but I'm going to tell you what, everything she spoke was on point. I know because I saw it for myself. I researched it for myself. When you do that, you are helping me far more than you can when by trying to uplift my character. Uplift the message. That's it. The message. I know her message is on point because I researched it for myself. So you can call her whatever you want to, but her message is on point. Period. That's helping me. That's helping me. So when I speak about this information, go look it up. So getting on women in history. When I speak about one of the things I speak about it with women in history is how women used to procreate on their own. Okay. I started talking about parthenogenesis. I already told you all what is that. Parthen means asexual. Parthen means asexual. O means of. Genesis means creation. Creation of asexual birth. This is what women used to do and still have the ability to do it. And I go into how they used to do it. Now, when you have insecure people, men and women, mostly men, but you got some women out there who do not want to know that they have power. They don't. This is not taking anything away from the man. This is making sure you understand what your powers are because you, women, are the ones who keep spewing all this mess across this planet and then you want to blame it on the men or you want to blame it on. No, his problem is you. So, I done went into another topic where I upset somebody. When I make it clear, yeah, you want to hear about how the woman is God. Yeah, she is. But then that means that she's responsible for this mess. You can't have one side without having the other side. You can't have it over here and then, oh no, that's somebody else's fault. We just did the good side. No, you are responsible for the bad too. I know I'm stepping on toes, but that's what I do because none of this is pretty. And if you really want to get out of it, you want to clean this mess up, then you got to know what the truth is. It can't just be that, oh, we was just innocent and we was not guilty of any other dirt. No, women did dirt, men did dirt, melanated people did dirt, Albions did dirt, the Indians did dirt, everybody did dirt, and we got to recognize what the facts are if we really want to clean this mess up. And it ain't pretty, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna try to find another way to make it, how do you say, edible for you. But I gotta tell the truth. So, getting on this, women in history. I've talked to you again. Parthenogenesis is one of them. When I mentioned the fact that women used to own everything, everything, as Cat Williams would say, everything. Everything came through the woman. The wealth, the knowledge, the land. You go, as a matter of fact, this is why I tell y'all go look it up. find the Iroquois Confederacy. Because what people didn't understand is when those people came into the land of the Americas originally, there was a constitution here that was called the Iroquois Confederacy. As a matter of fact, the Constitution that you know of today is based off of the Iroquois Confederacy. All right. Now, in the Iroquois Confederacy, it specifically states that the woman was the owner of all the land. Go and pull it down. Y'all can find the link in the bio and go to UNARepublic.com/docs, DOCS. Go pull that document down. I'm not making this up. Women used to own everything, and that document is a legal documentation that clearly shows you everything came from the woman. Everything was owned by the woman. That's here in the Americas. This was in the 1400s. Then you go back and you find out that there were all these matriarchal societies across this planet, going back to the pharaohs. These were, the pharaoh means women house, the woman's house. That's what it means. What the etymology of it has been changed, but it means the woman house. That's where it comes from. All right. I want y'all to know, brothers, I love y'all with all of my heart. I love you. Look, watch this here. What, you see that? There, that's for you, my brothers. I love you. But I need you to understand that we have been lied to about what's going on in this dimension, in this realm. And so women need to know who they are so they can stop blaming you for the issue. Is them. Because they don't know what their power is. They keep spewing this power all over the place. And they go, oh, it's the men's fault. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. When they want to say, oh, my baby daddy ain't this and he ain't that. Well, she doesn't know who she is. She's trying to get him to do things that was never meant for him to do. And why is it that he's doing it? Because he took over something that he was never supposed to take over in the first place. If we watch nature, it becomes clear. Watch nature. It's telling you who he is and what he is. He has been telling you who he is and what he is. You've been disrespecting his nature. But when I say that, everybody want to get their panties in a bunch. I got to tell you the truth. Nobody's telling you the truth. I'm trying to give you the truth and the facts, and I get it. You are stuck in this ideology that we have been taught in this raggedy, backward society. When you're ready to come out of it, then we can clean up the mess. But if you want to stay living in a lie, then the mess never gets cleaned up. But all my mess is getting cleaned up. I'm letting you know that right now. And I'm going to tell those who want to know the facts. Now, I'm going to give you the facts, and then you can go ahead and create your own truth, okay? But I got to give you the facts. All right. Got to go on to this next topic. And I want you guys in YouTube and TikTok. All right. I want y'all to talk to me and let me know what you're getting. Because as I have said, I really want to know, I want your input. I want you to talk to me and tell me what you're getting. Why are you so mad? That's what this topic is about. Now, before I go on, let me say this. As a matter of fact, I'll go into this. Had a comment about one of the seminar we have coming up Sunday. All right. Sunday, we got a seminar coming up, 22nd. Okay. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And I want you all to be a part of that. It's only $50. Okay, $50. Why am I doing it? I'm doing it because you need to know what the facts are. And a lot of people are not willing to tell you because they make so money off of your ignorance. I'm trying to give you the knowledge. Now, you know how much our seminars are for UNA University. They start at $5,000. All right, they start there. And I like to, somebody asked me, are you being upfront and open? Yeah, I like to be upfront and open because listen, if you're not ready, that's okay. You're going to get it when it's time for you to get it. But what I'm trying to do is offer you the opportunity to get some of this information. So we got the seminar coming up. It's called How to Keep Your Job from Taking Taxes from Your Paycheck. How to keep your job from taking taxes from your paycheck. Now, a lot of times I get people like, is it legal? Here we go. Is it legal? Let me help you to understand something. You should be asking if what they're doing is legal. Because that's the deal. What they're doing is not legal at all. I'm trying to show you how you keep them out of your pocket. Your job, anybody who's trying to garnish your wages, anybody who's trying to take your assets, I'm trying to show you. So there's this class. It's a one-day class. It's on the 22nd. It's a 2-hour class. Now, if you're talking about money, it's $50. $49.99. Go to UNARepublic.com and enroll. It's only $50. All right. I want you to have it. I do this because I have a love for the people. I'm leading with love. But I'm going to guide you real hard because I'm going to let you know what the facts are. Then you can develop your own truth. UNARepublic.com. Now, how to keep your job from taking taxes out of your check. Now, I had somebody say to me, with all due respect, blah, blah, blah. Listen up. I respect the fact that you believe what these people have told you. I get it. You thinking, no, this ain't real. And I told y'all, don't believe nothing I say. I respect it. If you're like, nah, I don't believe that. I respect that. However, if you have the nerve and the audacity to use your fingers to type in any of my forums and platforms, make sure you come with knowledge. Don't be ignorant when you step up to me. Come with knowledge. That's important because the time and the day is over where you speak out of your face and type out of your brain and have no knowledge of what you're talking about. The time is over for that. This is a new age. This is a new era. When you speak, know what you're speaking about. Don't be disrespecting other people. I got somebody trolling the site, and the thing is, if you are going to back up what you're saying with facts, then let's talk. If you got some true facts and you're going to back it up, I want to hear this. Because Diva Laree does her homework. Diva Laree does her homework. Do you do your homework? Because if you don't, then you're just going to look ignorant. And we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. This is the time now where you have to get your knowledge up. Ignorance will be your downfall. So when we're talking about taxes, all right? I don't mean to spank y'all so hard. I love you. I love y'all. I love you. All right, y'all like and share. Like and share. All right, like and share. All right, I love you. I just need you to understand that it is very important that you have knowledge of what's going on and recognize that we are constantly being lied to. I mean, in this whole fiasco that has gone down in 2021, 2020, y'all know what I'm talking about. Somebody has been lying to us like crazy, and those of us who are willing to just listen and learn, we can come up out of a whole lot of oppression. All right, because a lot of it has to do with your mindset. A lot of it has to do with the people who you're listening to. My friend, the one you wish to know, says taxes are fraud. They are. And as I have to tell people, there is no law. See, if you're going to come at me and say, oh, you're full of it and blah, blah, blah. Listen, if you're going to come at me and say that, then show some facts, show some proof. Show me one law in one place that says we're supposed to pay taxes or we have to pay taxes. Show it to me. You can't show it to me because there is no law. There is no law. There is no law that says you have to pay taxes. Now, I'm going to talk about two things. So people say, well, people go to jail for not paying the taxes. People will go to jail. No. First of all, you got to understand when these people are coming at you, it's because you agreed. You agreed to pay taxes. You sign off on the document. You say, okay, I'm going to pay these taxes. You agreed to it. And you got to, I want y'all to, again, I'm giving you some notes. When y'all come up in here, when you see me on, you grab you a pen and paper real quick. Grab it, because I'm getting ready to give you some notes. I want you to look up tacit assent. This is the thing that they have been getting us on this whole time. Tacit assent, where they send you a contract. They sue you constantly every day. They're suing you. And because you don't respond, you agree to whatever it is they're charging you with by tacit assent. Look it up. TACIT, assent. ASSENT, or tacit agreement. Look it up. Lingo says we are not the name. I am them says right, and you sign under perjury. Yes, I'm so glad. I love y'all. You know what, TikTok, I wish I could just buy all y'all dinner tonight. Tonight is Friday. One day I'm gonna just take all y'all out for dinner. Thank you so much. I love having people who do their own homework. Tacit assumption. Thank you, Anubis. Anubis, halo. All right. So y'all got to start recognizing this. You got to start studying. And these are people who study for themselves. These are people who have done their research. So they do me a favor. When y'all come after me and y'all say whatever, I say y'all, because all y'all in here, y'all lovely people who do your own research. So I'm not even talking about y'all. I'm talking about them. That y'all are wonderful people who research, intelligent folks. Thank y'all for being intelligent. YouTube. Thank you for being intelligent. TikTok. Y'all are people who I hang with. These my people. These my people. Everybody, these my people right here. These my TikTok and you. These my people. Okay, I want y'all to know y'all are my people. All right. So now we understanding this. The other thing people are saying, oh, well, you need to talk to Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes went to jail. Now, first of all, what they have to do is put somebody in the public and make you fear learning about what your true rights are. They put somebody in the public to make you fear learning what your true rights are. And I am them says right, and you sign under perjury. Yeah, you sign, and you again. I told you when they lock you up, it's because you sign. You say, okay, I agree to go to prison. When you sign something, you okay, I agree to pay these taxes. You agreed to it. But when you don't agree, they can't come after you because there is no contract. You'll have to learn that. Stop contracting. That's why you come into the university. See, again, I told you, yeah, the prices are high, but understand how much you're getting out of. You over here paying $100,000, $200,000 for something that you don't even have to pay for. That's already been paid for. You over here paying whatever for your student loans, which have already been paid off. You over here paying for the water bill, light bill, gas bill, the car note, the house note, the taxes, the insurance, all this, to that, to that, when it's already paid for. Is that worth $5,000, $10,000? You're not even paying $5,000 if you're on our financing program. So what I'm saying is, here's another thing, that this misconception about what people have been told about taxes. Oh, they pay for the roads, they pay for the fire department, they pay for the schools, they don't pay for none of that. Taxes you pay go to a private entity that has no any kind of, how do you say it, camaraderie, if you will. They have no investment, no love for North America whatsoever. They're a private entity. They're not for this place. When you're talking about the U.S. and president of this and Democrat, Republican, that party, that is all U.S. Thank you for the rose, Ephraim. Thank you, my friend. The U.S. is not government. Yes, thank you. All right, so I got to figure out how to start getting my visual aids up on YouTube because I, if I put my visual aids up, y'all won't be able to see it. I'm gonna get my buddy to help me out, get my visual aids up here. But y'all need to understand something. There is the United States Corporation, which is owned by Britain, and then there's the United States of America federal government. Everything is already paid for. I know that's hard to believe, that's hard to fathom and understand. But when you're paying taxes, you're giving funds to the same people who starting wars. Okay, we're gonna learn today. I know it's hard. I know some of this information you don't understand, you haven't been taught. Uh, but we're gonna get it. Hopefully, for those of y'all who continue to uh, study and listen, you're going to help me to get these other people more information. Facts without knowing or consent. Yeah, without knowing or consent, you end up putting yourself in under a contract. um Okay, so somebody's asking how can you join? You can send us an inbox. You can also go to UNA University. Scroll down to the seminar that's going to be this Sunday. Okay, I'm just doing this for you guys because I want you all to have. I want you to at least get in here, and so I can get you some information so we can get you on the road to protecting your assets. All right, how to keep your job from taking taxes from your paycheck. Go to the website, UNA University, and scroll, UNAuniversity.com, scroll down and join the class. It's only $50. That is a real big discount for you to get access to Diva Laree and ask questions. Do y'all know who I am? I am. I am Diva Laree. Y'all want to be in that seminar? $50. I'm doing it because I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I want y'all to get this information. All right. Now, let me go into this. History. All right. This is another one where people will, what is it? I'm sorry, the one you wish to know is your first contact. I don't know, what's the question? Is that a question or is it a, what is that? Uh and oh, the one you wish says it starts with your birth certificate. Yes, it does. It starts with your mother signing that birth certificate. Yes, it does. And so I will get more into that. As a matter of fact, if y'all have questions, put the questions up here. I'm going to answer them before I get out of here. So I talked about women in history. I've talked about the seminar we have coming up and how to keep your job from taking taxes from your paycheck. All right. The other one that I get an issue on is history. When I'm talking about history with melanated folks, let me tell you something. As I said again, everybody has done dirt. And the melanated people want to act as though we are victims. Listen up. There are no victims. That is the law. We have to pay for energies that we have put out. And once we are willing to recognize and accept the consequences for what we have done, then we can overcome a lot of things. We can clean this mess up. But as long as you're still in the mindset that, oh, we was victim, and let me get into this, okay? Because I have to tell the facts about what happened. When I say to people, all right, people say, oh, they enslaved the Indians. Who is they? Yeah, they, them. Who is them and they? The Europeans. Okay, listen up. Who were the Europeans? The white peoples. If you're talking about them light-skinned people that I call Albions, they didn't enslave the Indians. and they were not the original Europeans. Who were the original Europeans? And that's why I tell y'all to go look this up. Morocco, Tunis, Algiers, Tripoli. These are melanated folks that's doing that came here. Those were the original Europeans. The original Europeans were melanated people. And when we go back, the Moors, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Lingo. Wake it up, says Lingo. My feed is breaking up. Is it still breaking up, Anubis? Tell me what you're talking. What I'm saying to you is that what's happening with respect to the history is that we're being made to think that, oh, the white man did all this, all the white man did that. That's not how that went down. I need y'all to understand that when we're talking about history, the Indians look just like me. And there were a lot of them that were told to stop calling themselves Indians, stop claiming this land, or they would be killed. Okay? Why? Because somebody was taking the land from them. But I need y'all to understand that the Indians were originally enslaved by the Moors that came into the land. They were not necessarily from Morocco. They was just a group of what I call elite people. When I say elite, they had a higher knowledge. They knew how to run governments. They knew this esoteric knowledge that I tell you all about all the time, the universal laws. They knew how to effect this third dimension. They knew how to create words and create spells. They knew this stuff. That's elite. All right, that's what these people who are running this whole thing that we call a government are. They are elite because they have a knowledge, and that they use that knowledge to enslave everybody else. Morris science is what they call it. But they knew how this dimension worked. And then, so what I had when I get into it, and I let people know, no, the Indians were enslaved by Moors. They called them Europeans, but the Moors were the original Europeans. That's what they won't tell you. Why is that important? I need to go back to this because I talked about in the Bible. You remember how in the Bible it talks about there was two brown people, Egyptians and Israelites, and how the Egyptians enslaved the Israelites. Right? Well, the same thing happened over here in what we call America. There was a group of melanated people that came into this land where there was already some other melanated people and enslaved them. So, Vilish, do me a favor, Sunshine, and I'm gonna talk to Valish real quick and see what Valish has to say. Valish says, you seem confused. Have you seen a therapist? Valish, tell me why you think I'm confused and state some facts, or I'm gonna put you where you need to be put. Young Zeta, you saying you being cut out? How are you being cut out? All right. Now I'm not sure if I'm getting any messages on YouTube. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I get any messages. All right, so now this is what I want to give this person, this being that came in here and thought they were so smart with their words. You seem confused. Tell me, Valish Rumis, why you feel that I seem so confused. All right. It's people like Valish that make me have to go in on topics like this. So, Valish, I want to hear what you say because I'm not confused. You are. But what do you think I'm confused about so we can go in on this? All right, but young Zeta, I can see you, okay? So if you have a comment or a question, I want to hear it. All right, so now let me go in on this. When you do your own research, you're going to find that the original Europeans were melanated. And even if we look at the term European, that comes from the term Europe. And who was Europe named after? And I want y'all to go and look this up. Who was Europe named after? Europe was named after Queen Europa. Well, who was Queen Europa? That was a melanated woman. Y'all look this up. This is why I tell you all, don't believe anything I say. I'm giving you the information so you can go and see it for yourself, because it doesn't help me when you say, oh, I believe Diva. Diva's great. Diva's wonderful. No, no. Don't give me that kind of credit. Just go look it up. And then you back up the facts. That's all I want you to do. You don't have to stand up for me at all. Oh, Diva might be what you say she is, but I know the information she gave is on point because I saw it for myself. I want y'all to like and share. Share and like and share. Hey, y'all in YouTube, I love you. Thank you for joining. Hello, y'all in TikTok. I love y'all. Thank you for joining. Don't forget, we do have the seminar coming up on the 22nd of January. That is this Sunday. I want y'all to be there. It is only $50. It ain't even 55. It's only $50. It's really $49.99, but it's $50. I want y'all to go and sign up. UNARepublic.com. UNARepublic.com. Scroll down to the site that says how to keep your job from taking taxes from your paycheck. Go sign up for the class. It's only $50. I'm doing it because I love you and I want you to get this information. I want you to start learning how to protect yourself. I want you to get off these lies these people are telling you. All right. And Young Zeta says we were everywhere first. Yeah, Young Zeta, but who is we though? Okay, so I want to break this down. Thank you for bringing that up. Now, I want you to understand who is we, because the thing is, everybody say we was it, who is we could mean the Albion, the light-skinned people. We could mean the Jews, the so-called Jews as well. We could mean the Moors of Tunis, Algiers, Tripoli, Montezuma. We could mean the elite Moors that came into this land before the Moors of Morocco. We could mean everybody, because y'all got to understand that the Albion came from the melanated people. They is we too. They came from us. They can't be here without us. So, but who is we? Because I need you to understand something now. As I said, we all did dirt, and we all must come into recognition of the dirt we did if we want to clean this mess up. What am I talking about? Who is we? It's important to understand that. This is why you have a problem building with people who look just like you. They look like you, but they're not really you. Hello, healthcare herbalist. Health herbalist. They look like you, but they're not for you. Why is it? See, some of y'all, we've been hoodwinked by the media and all the things that people have told us. And I'm not saying not to join your brother and sister or whatever, or your people in trying to build. But some of y'all know full well, the people who look like you, I'm not the only one that this happened to. The ones who look just like you, when you try to build with them, they'll be the first ones to tear you down. They will tear your whole organization to shreds and won't give a damn about the fact that they did it and the fact that you was trying to help them in the process of building. These young people, your so-called people, they look like you. And then we've been made to think, oh, the Albions ain't for us and blah, blah, blah. They'll be the first ones that'll damn take a bullet for you. They'll go to jail for you. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying to you. Okay, who are we? So let me give you some ideas. Because when I talk about the Indians that were here, the original people of the land, and I really don't like to call them Indians, but the original people of the land of the Americas, those were some brown people. Okay, those were brown people in the land. The Moors are the ones who created these elite people coming in here, elite Moors that were coming from other lands, who knew, had a knowledge of esoteric laws, who had a knowledge of how to create spells, and had a knowledge of the legal assets or fashion that have been done here with respect to this government. They knew how to build governments. Okay, they come in here, and then they are the ones who started running over the so-called Indians. These are brown people who created the Constitution. The Constitution, which is based on the Iroquois Confederacy coming from the Indians. These are brown people coming in here doing that. These are brown people who degraded the status of the Indians to black, colored, and Negro. These are brown people who did that to the original people of the land. Who is we? Who is we? Because we is everybody. So when I say that, I say we all need to come into account and be accountable for the dirt that we did. Because even if you are saying I'm an Indian, so I'm Indian. Okay, that's fine. But then the Indians did dirt. They are the ones who was enslaving the Albion. They might not have picked them up because it was the Moors kidnapping them, but it was the Indians buying them. Who was these slaves? The Albions? Again, going into history, not recognizing what slave even means. It comes from the term Slavic or Slovakian. Slavic or Slovakian. Those were Albions. And people out, well, I knew they was indentured. So, no, they was full-fledged slaves. Look up, once again, y'all take notes. White cargo. Look it up. Look up women of the, what is that? The daughters of the American Revolution. Look that up. Those were the women concubine for the Moors. What am I talking about? These were the women that the Moors would take as their slaves, their sex slaves. Daughters of the American Revolution. That's the same organization that, what's her name, Hillary Clinton is a part of. But they're not going to tell you that that came from the Albion women were sex slaves to Moors. They're not going to tell you that. The big black one, stop participating in what? I'm going to encourage you to stop participating in the term black. How about that? Thank you, Ellison says, true sister. I am them. Put them in the bathhouse. Thank you. Look up Moorish bathhouses. Again, thank you, I am them. Look this stuff up. I'm not telling you to believe anything that I say. When you are willing to learn, when you're willing to read and study for yourself, then all this stuff becomes clear. DeValerie not making this up. So you've got the fact that the Albion were being kidnapped as children and brought into this land. The Albions were being kidnapped in children and brought into this land. Who was kidnapping them? The Moors. Well, they were bringing them in this land and selling them. Well, who was buying them? Well, the Indians. That whole, what's that flag, that Confederate flag? That's an Indian flag. That came from the Indians. That came from the Indians. And it was the Indians that were participating in slavery. It's so funny how the history just gets twisted. I mean, 180-degree twisted. I mean, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me because of the simple fact that there are terms now that melanated people didn't take on 70 years ago. Melanated people would be ready to take your whole head off if you called them black. Take your whole head off. Go find one of your ancestors that's more than 70, 80 years old and ask them about the time when people would be ready to fight. Go ask somebody. Don't take my word for it. They not used to call themselves black because black is a derogatory term. And again, it was the Moors who put the term black, colored, Negro on the Indians and then started enslaving them. This is why a lot of melanated people see, they talk about the Atlantic slave trade. It was more so where melanated people were being kidnapped in their own land and they were shipped up north. You know that term, you sold me down the river, you sold me up the river. That's what they're talking about. All these phrases that you hear, they have to do with things that were happening. You sold me down the river, meaning somebody picked me up from up here in North America and sold me down in South America. Somebody picked me up in South America and sold me up in North America. And what happens? They feed you a story so that you are discombobulated and you have no clue where you came from. So they can tell you, oh, you from Africa, and you believe it. Meanwhile, the second largest population of melanated people is down in Brazil. No telling how many they killed up here in North America. When they say, oh, they killed so many Indians, they killed, no telling how many they killed up here. But the second largest population of melanated people on the planet, second to only Africa, is in South America. And when you go to South America, in Brazil, they look just like us. Brazil, we don't look like no Africans. We look like, when I went to, let me tell you something. I lived in Argentina for 7 years. In Argentina, melanated people make up less than 1% of the population in that area. Less than 1%, meaning it's all Albion. All right? Now, didn't none of them confuse me with no African? They was like, oh, you must be Brazilian, or you must be Cuban, or you must be from Uruguay. You must be, I was from everywhere else but Africa. Then nobody confused me with African because they know what Africans look like. And I don't look like no African because we're not the same people. So again, going back to it, who is we? Black Ice says it was 4 different tribes. That's why it's for open spaces. I don't understand what spaces, but in what tribes are you talking about? But there were many tribes in the Americas, North America anyway, and they were melanated, and there was so many people fighting. There was the Moors that came in here, these elite Moors that came in and created what we know of as the United States of America. And in doing so, they stepped on the original people or the Indians in the land. And then there was Britain that was in here running what we know of now as the states. So the Moors created the counties, whereas Britain created the states. So all of these are different, what do you call it? They all are different governments that are running on top of each other. You got the state, you got the county, you got the federal. They're all different governments. All right? But what happened is you got, and by the way, the people coming from Britain, melanated. Melanated originally. Now they was amalgamated, they was sexing the Albion a lot, but they was still, they had melanin. You go back to the Queen of England, she was melanated all the way up to the mid 1800s. This is why, see, George Washington, they want you to think he was an Albion. George Washington was a direct descendant of the Queen of England. He's melanated. Abraham Lincoln, he was melanated. Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and everybody in between them, they are all descendants, direct descendants of the Queen of England. They was all melanated. But they want you to believe these are straight up Albions. Y'all got to understand this game. Somebody, you start talking about Christopher Columbus. They like, Chris, you don't want you to believe Christopher Columbus was an Albion. They whitewashed him like they did Jesus. We got to get this game. I know it's not pretty. I know it's hard to hear this stuff. I know you want to believe you're a victim and you want to play this game about how the Albion victimized us. You need to understand that they were the original slaves in this land. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for the rose, Charles. I really do appreciate you. They were the ones who were the original slaves in this land. And what you have to start recognizing is there is a debt to be repaid to them people. If you don't say nothing, but you know my ancestors did that to you, I'm so sorry. Listen, when you start recognizing what we went through as melanated people, you got to understand that that wasn't happenstance. There's some dirt we put out. Okay, I want to go back to this because I talked about the Bible. Okay, in the Bible, it says that there is this group of people that God loved. Now, I need y'all to understand there are many gods. All right, there were many gods. And even if you look in the Bible, if you go back to other left out books, you start to understand these gods had a name. Somebody took the names of the gods out of the book. Most of them were feminine. Most of those gods were feminine. Don't be mad at me, brothers. This ain't dissing you. I'm telling you what the facts are. Somebody took the names. If you look up, once again, I'm dropping some information. Write it down and take notes. Look up Elohim. Look up the etymology of Elohim. Elohim means many gods. El means God. O means of. Him means many. Many gods. That's what Elohim means. And they had names. Somebody took their names out of the Bible. I told you who wrote those stories in the Bible. Those scriptures come from the woman. I know I get brothers mad at me when I say, no, they didn't come from the woman. They came from the man. He wrote the. No, he didn't. And y'all still thinking that Albion created the Bible. The melanated male created the Bible. All religions are patriarchal. All right? The scriptures were around long before the Bible came into play, and they were written by sibyls and oracles. I need to step into this because when we're talking about in the Bible, there's these people, the Israelites, that this God of the Bible really was in love. What? Hello, the elect. God was in love with these people of the Bible. And one of the things about these people is that the Bible speaks about how all of the other nations around them would come against them. And I need y'all to understand that all these people in the Bible, these were melanated folks. Wasn't no Albions back then. But it spoke about how all of the other nations around them, and y'all need to understand when we're talking about Ham, Shem, Japheth. I went over this the other day. Y'all can get my other session. Go on YouTube, my TikTok people. I love you. My YouTube people, go and look for the full session where I spoke about Ham, Shem, and Japheth and who they are. And y'all think, oh, the Bible ain't real. It's just allegorical. It's allegorical, but please understand that there's historical accuracy in it. Okay, so Ham, Shem, Japheth. These people right here come from the lineage of Shem, the middle child. They was all melanated, Ham, Shem, Japheth. And then even they came from Shem, there was other people who were not Israelites. These other people weren't the people that God loved and was in love with, but they was melanated. But the Bible said that all of these other nations would come against this one group of people. So listen, y'all need to understand that everything is cyclical. It don't just go one way and always. No, everything is cyclical. So I'm saying to you that the same way this Bible is letting you know that these melanated people are going to have other groups of melanated people to come against them. People who look just like them. Because you got the Israelites right here under the lineage of Shem. You also got the Edomites down here and some other mites up here and all these other mites inside of here. They look just, they say, those their cousins. Those were their cousins. So when we're talking about this and you say we was everywhere, who is we? Because even in that instance, you got a whole bunch of dark-skinned people, even just under the lineage of Shem, and the Bible is letting you know that these other people get ready to come against this nation right here. You don't know who's who today. You don't have a clue who's who. Again, they might look like you, but that doesn't mean that they're for you. And this is why every time you look around, when you're trying to build something, the very one that you think looks like you is supposed to be for you, that's the one that'll tear you down. The problem is we have to learn, first of all, what really went on in history. And then we got to learn self. Because all this stuff we talking about, oh, my people, I'm telling you who my people are. My people are people who have integrity, people who have respect, people who are willing to learn. Those are my people. My people are people who are willing to build. We got to change our understanding of who our people are. You thinking, oh, well, these my people because they got this skin color. All right. And then you shake off the ones that don't have your skin color. I'm not, listen, let me say this to you. This whole thing about, um, you know, this quote unquote black against white, I'm not even getting into that game. My whole thing is this: what are the facts? Are we recognizing the facts? I saw this other video, so I'm gonna get into this. I saw this, and y'all, if y'all have any questions, thank you, I to me, and I have some people wanting to join live. I don't know, Sunset, are you able to vet these people, Shalant, Smart, and whoever else wants to come on? I'm just asking because if you want to come on, send a message, and I'll be glad to go live with you if you have any questions or comments. I just want to make sure we vet them and that they are coming on, and we're going to speak on the topic. By the way, like and share, please. All right, but I'm gonna need you to vet them because last time I had somebody come on, she was partying. She had no clue what we were talking about. So it's like I'm not playing that game today. Um, okay, so now if you all want to be a part of the seminar, don't forget there is the seminar coming up this Sunday. I'm inviting you to be there. Listen to me. Listen. My goal is to make sure you get the knowledge so that you can start protecting yourself. That's what I'm here for. All right. I got to get it to you however I can. We have a seminar coming up on Sunday. It's for 2 hours. So if you're talking about the money, it's only $50. All right. Get into the seminar so that you can at least start getting some knowledge on what's really going on with respect to these people who are claiming to be government, these people who are claiming to be holders of your funds and your assets. Start learning how to protect yourself. I understand, yeah, the session seems like it's out of the way because of the cost of the seminars. Okay, so I'm giving you this seminar for $50. What time? Six to eight, the elect. All right. Go to UNARepublic.com. I'm giving this to you because again, I love you. I want you to have the knowledge. I want you to be able to protect yourself. And it is not until you get this knowledge that the system can change itself. You got to be willing to change. When you change you, the system has to correct itself. That is just the bottom line. Because what is the deal? We are allowing them to do what they do. Why? Because we're ignorant. Once we come out of that ignorance, they can't do what they do because you're not going to stand for it. You're going to know simple little things to protect yourself. Simple little things like not signing on things. All right. What is this job about? How to keep your job from taking wages or taxes from your paycheck. All right. In that seminar, I got some gifts. I'm gonna make sure that you have the ability to come back and review the video. I also have another video for you that goes into more detail on the trust process. Okay. That's huge. That's a $2,000 investment right there. That's $2,000 worth of information right there. All right. Now you're not going to get access to the university. You're not going to get access to DeVry. You're not going to get access to the law library, but you will gain more knowledge on what's going on in this game with that gift that I'm going to give you. So I want you to be a part of it. It's $55, $50, excuse me. See, I didn't even make it 50, 55. I said 50. 50 for you, 49. As a matter of fact, 49.99. I'll give you a discount. 49.99. Go ahead and sign up. All right. Go to UNARepublic.com and let's get you in here so that you can just begin the process of understanding what's going on. And as you become more comfortable, you're going to start learning how to really stand up in this game and walk like the God that you are. All right, let me get back into this. I want y'all to know I love you. People in YouTube, I love you. People right here in TikTok, I love you. Thank you for joining and thank you for being willing to listen, okay? Agape, yes, standard, no, Eastern time. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. All right. Today, what are we talking about? We're talking about why are you so mad? You big mad. Look at you. Look at you. You mad. Stop being mad and get this information so that we can all stand and correct this system. The system will not correct itself until you are willing to correct yourself. Now, I had somebody going back to the taxes to say to me, uh, well, I pay taxes. I'm happy to pay taxes because I can help my country and I can help the pave the roads and I can help the school and the fire department. Let me help you understand something. None of the tax money, none of it goes towards any of that. All of that stuff is already paid for by the federal government, by you. All of that stuff is already paid for. When you give money and agree to pay taxes, you are paying that to a private entity. You're paying that to a private entity that doesn't feel any kind of allegiance to North America in any kind of way. And as a matter of fact, is not a part of North America in any kind of way. Not a part of America in any kind of way. Is owned by Britain and the Vatican and all other kind of corporations. Listen, you got to be willing to go and study for yourself. I want y'all to ask me some questions before I get out of here. Sunset Beach, if you got anything, I'm ready to get out of here. So help me out if you got anything you want me uh to go into. Uh I am dim. What is faith-based organizations? What about it? And London, Layden, thank you so much for sharing this. I sure do appreciate it. So we're talking today about why are you so mad? And I bring this topic up because of the simple fact that there's certain issues that I go into that people find it, they get frustrated, they get aggravated. And a lot of it has to do with the lies that we have been told that some people don't want to come up out of them. All right. Some people enjoy being in the lie. And just like somebody said, they said this once, I won't call their name, but they said uh, black people chose to be slaves. And I'm going to tell you right now today, people choose to be slaves, melanated and non-melanated, because everybody who is not understanding who they are, you're operating as a slave. You're operating as a dead entity. Yeah, you're a slave if you are not choosing to gain knowledge to free yourself. You have the opportunity to do that. And I'm one of those people who offer the opportunity for you to gain knowledge. Now, again, the session that's coming up on the 22nd, it's only $50. So now, if you're talking about the time, well, Diva, I ain't got all that time. I don't have time. I ain't gonna, 2 hours. If you don't have 2 hours to give towards your own freedom, then okay, you don't deserve freedom. You don't deserve rights, because at this time, if you don't understand what's going on in this game, you do not have rights. What you have are privileges that are given to you by the organization that you claim to be a citizen of. A citizen is a slave. A citizen does not have rights. Citizens have privileges. Like when I tell you, oh, driving is a privilege. Yeah, if you're a slave, it is. But if you are a child of God and you know you're a child of God and you know how to stand as a child of God, no, driving is a right given to you by God. So now, Sunset Beach, I'm ready to get out of here. If you have any questions, y'all have any questions, put them down here. Thank you all for joining me in YouTube. Thank you for joining me here on TikTok. If y'all have some questions, hit me with them. Now, I'm going to go over this last one and I'm ready to get out of here. Saw this guy. He put up a post about some company back in the day had a kit, some kind of kit for your vehicle, and it was called the nigga vehicle kit. And it had this Indian dude dressed in feathers, and he clearly had melanated people features. Please don't say Negroid features, because Negroid means something different than what you think it means. Thank you, Dogwood. Kelly, thank you for joining us. Ephraim, Tiffany. So now, he had melanated folks features. Clearly, his lips, his nose, his skin color. He looked like me. And he was on this thing, and he looked like he had his little bow, and he looked distinguished and like somebody who you need to fear. He didn't look like they were making fun of him. It was called the nigga something kit, some kind of vehicle kit. Akeisha says, thank you. Great information. When you know better, you may do better. Thank you, Akeisha. That's what I'm talking about. I just want y'all to know better so you can do better, so you can stop signing yourself into contracts that you don't want to be in, so that you can stop funding people who are not for you. They're not for your good. Stop funding them. When you stop funding them and you gain knowledge of self, they have to go away. They don't go away by you complaining and being mad and you thinking you're going to vote, because the only thing you're voting for is them. Democrat, Republican, all belongs to Britain. Democrat Party, Republican Party, all belongs to Britain. And you voting on the president of the U.S., the U.S. is not even a part of America. It belongs to Britain. Y'all not getting this game. And so it's important that you start doing that, because when you start recognizing the true history, then you can correct yourself. When you correct you, the system has to correct itself. It don't have a choice. When you correct you, the system is going to treat you differently. All right? So he has this thing called nigga something kit. Now, and I described how the man looked on the can. It was on a little can. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Because I don't have the can, but what I'm gonna show you, it was on a can like this. Okay. So it looked like it was on a can similar to this, like the Alcatoids, and he's got this Indian thing, and it say the nigga whatever toolkit, right? So the person who was presenting this information was like, see how the white man always trying to down the black man and trying to be disrespectful and hateful to the black man. And then this corporation, and these are items that are still, that they sell this, whatever, this nigga, whatever, because it's been banned, right? And I was looking at this and it was like, but wait a minute. Do you see the guy on the product? The Indian guy, he didn't look like somebody who was being degraded. He looked like, and why would I, if this was my product, why would I sell this product with an Indian on it that looks like he is to be feared? He didn't look like he was being degraded. He looked like, no, this guy's our mascot. We love this guy. If I'm gonna put it on my product, I'm not gonna put him on there in a degraded form. And if I was gonna degrade him, I would make him look degraded. He's not gonna be standing up here with strong muscles and his feathers all in great shape and his body great, and he's got this weapon and looks like he gonna stab the hell out of somebody if he get close to him. No, he looked like he should be feared. If that was me and I'm trying to degrade him, he gonna look like somebody being whipped. If I'm trying to degrade him, I'm going to show him in a different, I'm going to paint a different picture of him, not one where he looks like he's strong and intelligent and to be messed and not to be messed with. I'm going to make him look like trash if I'm trying to degrade him. That's not what this thing said. Now, he was focused on the term nigga. Now, let me tell y'all something. One of the reasons why I don't really speak on the term nigga is because I have a difficult time finding true information about what's going on with the term. Now, in my research that I have done, I have found that there was a tribe called the nigga tribe. And I don't know if they were from Africa or North America, but there was a group called nigga. Nigga, by the way, not Nigger. And in this group, they were kings and queens. This is one of the research. Now, I don't really speak on it as though it's factual because I cannot find the information. Because every time I look up the term Nigga, I get Nigger and a tribe called Quest and nigga this and nigga that and nigga this from this. Because everybody's song got the damn term nigga in it. And then when I go look up the term, every damn song on the thing, and I'm not going, you know how all those O's on Google, like I had to go back 100 O's just to get to the real research of what I'm looking for. But from what I did research and what I found, the limited amount of research is that there was a tribe called nigga. What I know for a fact, when I went to South America and I lived in Brazil and I talked to the melanated people there, they were like, you call me Nega, nigga. Nigga. How close is that to nigga? And they say, no, we want to be called nigga. And that to them was a prideful thing, nigga. So I'm saying to you that I cannot totally find the information so that I can present it, but I'm looking. And when I find it, I'm going to present it to you. But when I saw that can and I saw that Indian on there, we know now, because I was like, man, that's a great find. And you painted all negative. But why was it a great find? Because it made it clear. It made it clear that who the Indians were, what they looked like. They didn't look like no light skinned, what do you call it? The stringy hair. No, they looked like me. They had my color. They had my hair texture. They looked like me. And this thing, this thing that he had, it made it clear. And I don't say, let me tell you something. When it said the nigga is what it said. I'm pretty sure that was a tribe. And I got to say pretty sure because I can't find the information out. I have not found it yet. But you know what? Y'all, and y'all on TikTok, y'all on YouTube, I'm going to speak to the spirits through you. I want that information. I want to know about that tribe because I'm pretty sure with all of the research that I've done, the things that I've come across, and the things that I've lived in my own life, there was a tribe called nigga. Nigga. Even when we go overseas, we find a sea or a stream called the nigga. Niger or Niger River. It's a river. Now, will somebody put come over here after? By the way, we gotta remember all these streams and rivers and oceans. They named after the people of the land. Cherokee, Erie, all of these streams they named after the people of the land. Same over there, Niger, Niger. That's another thing that I'm saying. There got to be people, a tribe. There was a tribe over there called Niger. How close is that to nigger? Dagwood said, what was in the kit? In the kit was, it was something dealing with a car. That's what it was, a car company that had the thing, and their mascot was this Indian guy who looked my color, who had my features. So I'm saying that to say it was a great find, because whoever created this, whatever that whole kit, they stamped it in history about what the real Indians look like. And they did not look like no light-skinned people with stringy hair, is what I'm saying to you. And so he's wanting to focus on the term nigger, not recognizing, hey, dude, that was a tribe. That was a tribe. But see, this is what I mean. Getting back to it, why are you so mad? Because you don't want to recognize the true history. You so busy trying to go in on the so-called Albion, you probably don't even realize it was Moors that created the dang on thing in the first place. Sunset Beach. I'm going to close up. I want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you for letting me go in on why are you so mad? You big mad. All right. But actually, my people here, I want y'all to know I love you, because the people who y'all my people, y'all in YouTube, y'all my people. My people are the ones who are willing to study for themselves. My people are people who have integrity. People who are willing to recognize their own ish. Those are my people. Those are my people. I don't care about which color is. My people have a spirit about them. Those are my people. There's a spirit about them. And when they have the right spirit, I can build with them. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care where you came from, what part of the planet you came from. My people migrate to me, and we build. All right. I want y'all to know I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And be willing to learn. Okay. Be willing to learn, because at this time, you are either going to go to that next level, or you're going to stop being. You're going to stop being. Because we're in that time now. At this time, you have to have knowledge. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to come out of the lies. Because not being willing to come out of the lies is going to get you extinct. Period. So I want to also remind you, Sunday from 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern, we got a session, how to keep your job from taking taxes out of your check. Yes, it is legal. Yes, it is true. Yes, it is real. What you need to be asking me is why what they're doing is illegal. That's what you should be asking me. All right. You get access to me. It's only $50. Now, if you're talking about, oh, I need to talk to my husband, I need to, okay. You a great person. You hear, if you watching this and you've been able to sit this long through it, you a great person. And I'm sure that you have attracted to you another great person that is about the upliftment or uplifting who you are on a spiritual level, on a financial level, on a physical level. And so, yeah, you want to be in the class. Now, other than that, last I heard, slavery was over. Last I heard, but some of y'all enjoy being enslaved. Thank you. Go to UNA. Thank you, Ellison. Go to UNA Republic. No, UNA University, excuse me. UNAuniversity.com. UNAuniversity.com, and you can enroll. Just go down there, click on the button that says how to keep your job from taking taxes out of your wages and go in there so that we can start learning. Don't forget, you're going to have access to the class. That in itself is $300. You're also going to have the opportunity. All right, you're going to have the opportunity to see a two-part session where you learn more about protecting yourself under trust. Now, you're not going to have access to the law library. You're not going to have access to the university. You're not going to have access to the documents, but it's going to give you more knowledge on the trust. It's going to go a little bit more in detail. All right. This is a $50 session. That session right there, just with the two-part session, that's $3,000 by itself. $2,000 to $3,000. I'm giving it to you because I need you all to get this knowledge, because the system cannot write itself into you, and all of the rest of us start writing ourselves, correcting ourselves. Correct yourself, and you will automatically force the system to correct itself. All right. So with that being said, I want y'all to get in that class. It's going to be Sunday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm going to see y'all in class. I love you. I'm out. Diva, Diva, stop being so mad. Don't be big mad. We're going to get this knowledge, all right? I love y'all. I'm out. Thank you. Peace. Bye-bye.